I want to say it is so sad that Al-Quran today was neglected and left behind by so many of us. In many ways, reading it is not a common thing today. Understanding it is not a common thing today. Memorizing it is not a common thing today. And it is sad. Al-Quran is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's speech. You know, people take a picture or got a letter from someone who's so important. You know, they frame it, they put it up, they're proud of it, they know it. Some people even memorize it, memorize lines from songs and movies and quotes from scholars. But when it comes to the Quran, nothing. And I know it is difficult. I know for those who don't speak Arabic is hard. But come on, man. You know, it has been like for what, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? You did not increase anything in your relationship with the Quran in any format. You didn't memorize anything more than what you memorized last year. Actually, you lost more. You didn't increase the rate of your recitation. You don't know how to read it in Arabic, listen to it. Read the translation while listening to it. Learn step by step. Invest time, invest money, invest, everything, whatever it takes from you to learn the Quran. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's speech to you. It is the guidance. It is Allah's robe. If you hold into it, you will be protected. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I left behind me something, if you hold into it, you will never be misguided. Kitabullah. The book of Allah, and one narration authentic, was sunnati and my sunnah. So the best of dhikr is Al-Quran, because sometimes when you think about dhikr, we think about everything else other than the Quran. And you will never be able to be committed to dhikrullah through the Quran unless you are serious about it. Being mediocre about it is not going to take you anywhere. And that's what requires from you to be, to have it as part of your daily activity. Every day, at least, you read 10 verses before you go to sleep. 1 page. And if you are consistent in this, you will progress very fast. It is sad that, one of the signs of hypocrisy, it was said that a person will pass by him 40 days, he never made Khatm al-Quran. Can you believe that? Some scholars said that. Now we are not 400 days when we don't make Khatm al-Quran. A year goes by and we don't make any Khatm al-Quran. Or we don't read much of the Quran. We can say whatever excuse we have now. But I want to tell you what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. بَلِ الْإِنسَانُ عَلَى نَفْسِهِ بَصِيرًا وَلَوْ أَلْقَى مَعَاذِيرًا. In the day of judgment, all your excuses, you will know if it's a valid or not. If they are excuses or a true justification. I hope that we take this issue seriously. And I speak to myself first. And I'm guilty of that as many others. That I need to increase as well my relationship with the Quran. Because everybody, there is more expected from someone like me who knows Arabic than someone who don't know Arabic, someone who knows the meaning of the Quran and so forth. Even Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, when he was put in jail at the end of his life and he was not have any access to any books, he started focusing on the Quran and he said, I regretted the years that I spent away from the Quran. Don't wait too long. I hope this will inspire us to have a new relationship with the Quran. It is Allah's words, and that's enough for us. If you want to know how much you love Allah, see how much you love His book. Because His book is His speech. Al-Quran is His speech. And if you love His attributes, it means you love Him. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud rahimahullah and others said, I want you also to know that Al-Quran, the verses of the Quran varies in its virtue. Some of them higher than others. Not because the less virtue it means bad. No, they are all perfect. From the sense that they are all from Allah. Perfect. But the virtue and basically the difference in level comes because of the subject. And that's what Ahl Sunnah said. So one verse more virtue than the other, it is because of the subject of that verse. So the verse that speak about Allah and His attributes are more higher in virtue than the one that speak about the description of the earth and the heavens, or the description of the human beings, or the description of the hellfire. Okay, so based on the subject, that's what makes some surah higher than others. That's why the best verse in the Quran The best verse in the Quran ever is what? Is Ayatul Kursi, which is Surah Al-Baqarah 255. Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. Why? Because in this verse alone, there is about 20 descriptions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, 5 of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's names. There is no surah in the Quran had that many names and attributes and descriptions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that made it the best surah in the Quran, as the Prophet ﷺ said. The best verse in the Quran, as the Prophet ﷺ told us.